Good morning and welcome. Listen, we are doing a pop-up live with my baby daddy boyfriend and my business partner. Listen, look, here you go. You silly. I don't think I had a thing on here to even do the breakout, but I'm gonna just send a message to our DM members, let them know we're doing a pop-up live where we're talking about business.
Yes,
It's
we
called
are.
Mind Your Business. So whenever we come on, we're gonna deal with mind your business and topics that we're going to discuss. And so, husband, I don't have a little thing where I can take a break, sugar. What you want me to do? I can
Let's
do
get
this.
ready.
How
Go
about
ahead.
this? Give me a second. Let us get ready to rock out. Here we go. I hope y'all can hear us. If you join us, welcome, 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 and share. I'm gonna do this. You can do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, husband, we're back.
Hey, so
I'm
everybody, how
trying
you
to.
doing on this Friday, on this cold, wet Friday? No matter where you are, I, excuse me. I think it's cold over the entire nation. And before we get started, I gotta always stop and always acknowledge those who are less fortunate than we are right now. I send our prayers out to everyone over on the West Coast, over in the LA area, who's recovering from the fire. If you're watching, if you see this, or if you know somebody over there, I just want to let you know we're keeping our prayers. Listen, don't get so caught up to where you're so excited where you are that you forget that somebody else is going through. So I just want to just kind of stop and just acknowledge in this moment that there are hundreds of thousands of people over there that are suffering, and I want to just say that real fast. But that being said, hey everybody, this is our Friday, and listen, if you've been following the Hardens, you know that we are entrepreneurs. We are, we love what we do. We're trying our best to build a legacy. And we have the responsibility of understanding that God does not put us anywhere without the responsibility of sharing our journey. It's almost like we make, sometimes people make a deal with the devil and they know for a fact when they whatever success they get, they owe something to the devil. Well, we made the deal with the Holy Ghost. And we know that the only prerequisite to, well, we got quite a few prerequisites to our success, but the one of the major prerequisites to our success is that we share everything we know with those who are willing to listen. And so if we want to stop succeeding, we got to stop sharing. And if we want to stop succeeding, we got to start thinking that we are bigger than where we're going, and we're not. We're humble, and we realize that God only put us here because He gave us the responsibility of sharing. So today, and not just today, this year, Pastor T, sweetheart, with your beautiful self. If you don't hear looking at my wife like that, stop it. I can only look at her like that.
I can't with you. Stop. My phone. The thing was on mute.
So, something that you're going to see more of this year is me coming on here with my wife and sharing tips. So get your paper, get your pen. If you know anything about us, we do two things. We keep it real. We keep it 100. We keep it real, but
Wait,
we
I
always
gotta
try
say this,
because
man. A lot of folks rocked out with us on Monday, man. Over I don't know how many views. We appreciate y'all with the coffee conversation, but this is different. This
this is
is
different.
mind your business. Friday, whatever day you want to call it. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, this is the heart. And so if you're an entrepreneur out there, if you are, I want to know two, three, one or three, one or three, one, two, or three. I want you to listen. If you listen to this later, I still want to know one, two, or three. I want to know who listened to this. Number one, you want to start a business but haven't yet. Number one, you want to start a business but haven't yet. If you want to start a business but haven't yet, put a number one on there. Number two, I started my business, but it's not going anywhere. I went out, I got a DBA, I got an LLC, I did what everyone told me. If you started your business but it's not going anywhere, give me a number two. Number three, I started my business, it's done pretty good, but I feel as though that I've hit a plateau, I hit a wall. If that's you on number three, I want to know who I'm talking to. I won't be on here long, but I want listen. If you are at work, throw the earbud in, the earbud, the AirPod in.
AirPod.
Act like you're working. But listen, the greatest tip I'm gonna give you today, the only way you're gonna become a full-time entrepreneur, you got to start learning how to sneak time in while you're doing a great job on your job. So you gotta stick the time in, go on your lunch, spend time in. But right now, if you're online, just throw the AirPod in, throw your hair over it, act like you're working, but listen to these things. So I want to know who's out there. Number one, I want to start a business, but I haven't yet. Number two, put a number two on there. I started a business, but it hasn't gone anywhere. And number three, I have my business going and been doing pretty good, but I plateaued. So today we're going to deal with a topic that is very spiritual in entrepreneurship. I'm gonna tell you a secret I heard a young man say. My wife brought it to me. What that young man say about entrepreneurship and spirituality? You remember that, baby?
Oh no, you gotta remind me.
He was on the phone. He was talking about how entrepreneurship is the biggest faith move or something like that. He said,
Man, yeah, he said the entrepreneur is not for the faint at heart. It is the biggest faith move that you can ever make. And it is not a move. It's the most spiritual thing that could ever happen when you bust a move to start a business from the ground up. And yeah, he explained it like that. I can't explain it to the T, but it's
"Yeah,
something like that. I see y'all one haven't officially started. Listen, if you starting or thinking about it, this is the lot of joy. Good morning to you,
good
sir.
morning, brother. I haven't seen my brother in a minute. Happy New Year's, brother Robert." So listen, that's what I want you to know. So yeah, I think sometimes we think entrepreneurship is a very analytical thing. We think entrepreneurship is analytical for two reasons. We analyze two things wrong. And I'm going to share you with you. I can't give it to you. That's one thing my wife got to tell me to back it back up because I give it all at one time. Good morning, all the lions out there.
Lions.
Listen,
Hey, if you're a Lions Den member and you watching the replay or you jumping on, we need you to put Lion in the screen. Lion, do your little look. There we go. She already got it. Here we go. Let's grow.
So listen, the two things is very most people try to make entrepreneurship analytical when they're trying to start a business or when they're trying to expand a business. What I mean by analytical, it means they analyze two things wrong. They analyze number one, what I do. When we sit back and we're trying to figure out, and if you can witness to this, I want you to type in there and say, that's me, that's me. We try our best to analyze what do I do? I can't start a business because I can't figure out what do I do that I can start a business with. They can't figure it out. And they say, man, I see everybody over here doing business big. I see the people over there doing business big, but reason why I can't start a business because I don't know what I do. What can I do? The first mistake in the journey of entrepreneurship is trying to start a business off of what you do. That's the first analytical mistake that you make as entrepreneurs. I know a lot of y'all say, what? What do you mean? How else I'm gonna start a business? Listen, if you know me, you know where I'm going with this, but if you don't, just hang out for a while. The first analytical mistake is trying to figure out what do you do to start a business. The second analytical mistake that is the common thing everyone will tell you, analyzing, what the world wants. And this is the big one. And listen, this is the one that 2 years ago I would have told you, figure out what the world wants and go do that. Matter of fact, in the Lions Den, I tell you, follow the money. We always talk about follow the money. Today, I'm gonna give you a little bit of different approach to it because, listen, I know where the money is at. I do. I know where the money is at,
I always say I know where the money reside. Where the
and
money
so
reside, where the money. I'm so never mind.
no, no. But chase. Listen, this is why I say you can't follow. Because listen, most businesses, most worldly business owners will tell you chase the money. Start your business. Watch this, not in what you do, but what in people want. And
That
I would
part.
have told you that 2 years ago. We would have told them that, wouldn't we? Well, a year ago, we would have told them that
Mm-hmm.
because that's the analytical perspective. Look where the money's at, and go do what people are paying for.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is, sweetheart, is when we chase paper, our purpose always change.
Come on. Can somebody type that? Oh, that's so good, sir. When we chase paper.
Our purpose will always change. I have
I
a
don't.
credit repair business. Go ahead and rep your business on here,
You
girl.
better rep.
Rep your business. You
Baby, if
better
you got
drop
your website, go ahead, drop it. Any business
drop your
on
website,
here, we're
whatever.
gonna
We
rep
all
your
about promoting businesses. And guess
yes,
what? I know a community that will help you blow your business up. It's
sir.
called the Lions Den. So, but listen, I want you to deal with that piece that most people would say that if you follow the money, that's what you should do. And listen, but if the only problem with that if you chase the paper, your purpose will change. Type that. If you chase paper, your purpose will change.
That's that's
And
so
you'll know a good entrepreneur is when everyone else is running, they sitting still.
that's good, sir. What's
Or
up,
when everyone else sitting still, they may be running. Hey, what's up with the den? The den is all in the place. Lions. when they chasing money, where everyone is sitting still, because they realize that I'm doing what I'm called to do. Here we go. Here go our topic for today, so I can get out of here. So what do I do if I'm not supposed to analyze what I do to start a business, and I'm not supposed to analyze where the money is at? You know, right now everybody doing this, so I'm gonna do a perfect example of that. Everybody doing hot shotting, and so everybody gonna start doing hot shotting. That's where the money's at. Everyone is doing t-shirts. Everyone running start doing t-shirts. Money's at. You know what happened when that happened, baby?
What?
People start saturating the market, and the people who were doing a good job at now everybody's doing it now. My money getting short.
Come on here, sir. And listen, and not only that, and then you end up everybody out there doing it wrong, and now they didn't shut it down. A lot of that happened with the hot shot arena was there. People were out there just not doing it the right way, and now it's oversaturated. And there's too many people out there in the market, and you find out that just what you're doing is enough. When you stay in your lane, you stay in the thing that you're called to do. And I think that's the thing is that sometimes we get out the lane chasing the money, trying to go after other things that we see people thriving in and moving in when that ain't really what we're called to do. We get out our lane, we miss the moment. We don't stick with our niche. Somebody
Yeah,
type that. Learn to stick with your niche. Learn to stick learn to stick with your niche. What that mean? Mind your own business. Stay in your lane, your vein, what you're designed to do, and I promise you it'll be overpowering. You will find out that there's more money that comes chasing after you versus you chasing after it. Let the church say amen. Come here. It's more money that chases after you versus you chasing after it, but you got to find your niche.
that's it. That's it. So when people start chasing money, I never forget, boy. Everybody was finna do was doing hot shot, and right when I did
You ain't
that, people
knocking
were
nobody
being
did hot shot either. Let's just
no,
say that you
no,
made your
no, no,
money.
no.
That's good. Yeah.
But I knew some people that had been in the industry for a while, and it made them suffer. And I'm gonna say this: if you're gonna run out there, stick with it. You gotta stick with it. You gotta hold on when everything is good, and you gotta hold on when everything is bad. Because you gotta realize if you keep chasing, because watch this, I told you say it. Nobody typed it in yet. When you chase the paper, your purpose will change. When you
When you
chase the
chase the
paper, your purpose will
paper.
change.
Oh, that's so good. Type that. That's a good old t-shirt. When you chase the paper, your
Your
purpose will
purpose will
change.
change. So
Period.
what
And
do you
why
do?
do we know that? Let's say this. Why do we know that? Because we've been there.
Yeah.
Like you chasing, I don't know how many times I done chased paper, baby. I done tried to sell Mary Kay. I done tried to sell what's it called the for
Travel
people with
agency.
travel agency. Baby, I done tried to chase it and it just did not work. It did
Yeah.
not work.
So I mean that's good for people who's investing in stocks. That's when you chase the numbers, but not in business. So what do? This is where the anointing comes in this call. This is what God touched my heart and said. And use it when you hear me when you chase. Go ahead. Thank you,
That's our
daughter.
daughter. Hey,
Thank you so
baby.
much.
Hey, Lady Denise.
But this is what God told me, and that's where you're gonna see me go live a lot. There you go. Thank you, Miss Shannon. I can't
So
wait
I
to.
want to say this real quick. I'm sorry, husband. I'm gonna let you talk. I keep messing up. I'm sorry, but I want to say this. So get ready to look for us. What they say, look for me, baby. You finna see us on social media a lot
A lot, a
because
lot.
we are about to push something that we're about to do. So yeah,
Yeah.
get ready, get ready. And we wanna. This is the beginning of the year. Most people are thinking like, what should I do? What's my purpose? What are my plans? What am I? And if you want to get in business, you want to show up to these pop up lives that may happen. But go ahead, husband.
My mic is uneven. I look like I'm. Anyways, um,
Good morning.
so this is where the anointing comes in. As God touched my heart, and He said, "You know what? You need to share that." I'm keeping notepads everywhere I go. If you know me, I got 1,000 notepads everywhere I go. I got a notepad. So as God talked to me, I'm ready to write at any time. So as God give me different tips, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to share. And this is the first one. And there's an anointing behind this. And this is not natural. This is supernatural. If you really want to know how to start a business that's going to be successful, that's gonna blow up, that's gonna transcends everyone else's expectations. You got to do with the topic. Put the topic back on the screen, sweetheart. This topic says, Your trade will choose you.
Did I spell
Your
that right?
trade, yeah, your trade will choose you. This is so important. I want you to write this down. This is where I'm getting serious. No jokes around. I can't play when it comes to a spiritual, inspirational moment. If you want to know how to figure out how to get that business, is going to blow up. It's gonna transcend not just you. It's going to transcend your generations come behind you, your children, your grandchildren. How am I saying this? Because it is happening to us right now. Listen, I wanted to choose. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? I wanted to choose my trade. My wife wanted to choose her trade. If my wife had it to do right now, my wife would be blowing up as a best. author, seller, this side of the country, helping women write books left and right, and being one of the biggest social media influencers. Am I right, sweetheart? But that means she stopped. She's still doing it, but that's her. That's her ministry. That's her ministry. But when it comes down to it, trade and ministry, two different things. Trade. If you look at the word trade, it
I would
means
say even my passion, not necessarily
passion.
ministry. It's more my ministry and passion. But yeah,
Be willing. Watch this. I'm going to mess you up. Be willing to do your passion for free, but not your purpose. Be willing to do
start it
your
up.
passion for
That's good.
free. Whatever I love, I do it for free. But when I got to pay my kids, I can't. I got my feed my kids. I can't feed my kids for free. I can't. So I listen. I give you a million things in one. But when it comes down to me doing construction in your house, oh, we need you to pay because that's what I'm called to do. But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So my wife, that's her heart. And if I had a chance to start a business, Mr. Miles tell you, I would have been a business consulting guy. My reason for open up Harden Enterprise is to start doing business consulting and start helping every business. And I found real fast that's what I wanted. My trade chose me. Watch this. One day in our journey of starting Hard Enterprise and doing what we supposed to do, God told us to start a business. I got a phone call. I got a phone call from a beautiful soul, Miss Judy Eden. God rest her soul. She called us and said, "Hey, do you have a business?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. It's construction. I didn't do construction time, but hey, I'm gonna roll with it. Yes, ma'am." She said that, and listen, I wasn't in construction. My wife wasn't in construction. Our business wasn't a construction company, but our trade chose us. She said, "Hey, God just blessed us." Not God. She says the county just got a lot of money, and this money is to repair homes in this disaster world from all the winter storm. Can you handle that? I said yes. Watch this. It's time for somebody to say yes. It's time for somebody to say yes to something that you don't know how to do.
Ooh.
It's time to say yes to something that you're uncomfortable doing because it keep coming up over and over again and you don't want to do it. But listen, it chose you. You didn't choose it. You would have chose to do something totally different. But this thing chose you. And when she called me, go ahead, baby.
I want to say this, and even if it didn't choose you yet, let's just say yet, and you may be at a point of you have an amazing idea, you have a creative idea, you have this thing that you definitely want to do. You got to sit back and really, really pray and really, really find out, okay, what is that thing I'm passionate about? Even and not just really pray about it, but even say it out loud, even typing it in this right now live. Like, what is that thing I want to do? Is catering, it's whatever. You want to take a moment, and even if you're not doing it, please don't not listen to this. Put it in your back pocket and keep it, because I'm telling you, if you're thinking about doing or starting a business, we ain't telling you no fluff. We're not telling you something that's wishful think. And some of you have watched our journey, but you don't know the depths of it, to
Mm.
where we just had an idea, just like you. We are you and you are us. Come here, Jesus on the main line. You're thinking about starting it. You're thinking about doing it. So I don't want you to bypass this moment or not watch this because you don't feel like you're qualified. Every individual that's watching this right now, I come to tell you that you're qualified. I need you to type it on the screen. I'm qualified. You're qualified to do whatever you want to do. All you gotta do is put in the work. Put your
That's it.
mind to it. It can happen. We're from the country, baby. You understand me? And we realize that if we put our mind to it, we can do it.
And I would say true spiritual inspiration comes from within, not from without. What I mean by that is that true spiritual inspiration comes within. That means that it's one thing to see something and say, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. That's visual inspiration, not spiritual inspiration. There's nothing wrong about being inspired, but recognize I was inspired by something I saw. But when it's spiritual, usually there's an agreement. Mm,
Mm,
mm.
that's
That
good.
means what you saw on the outside agreed with what you already felt on the inside. That's a catastrophic charisma of opportunity. That means that witnessed me. I heard that. I've been hearing that over and over again. And I felt that peace. I felt that peace. That's when you know that you're walking in true inspirational, spiritual inspiration moment. Now, if you just saw it and did it, now you're walking off of what we call lust. I just want that. I lust for that. But when there's something that you are literally lured to or you feel that God's calling you to, it agreed with you and it just met everything you knew that God called you to do. So,
Mm,
um, so the key thing is here, so whenever you know for a fact that it's called to you, and I want to say what my wife said, do what you can do until God called you something different.
yeah.
But you'll know when God telling you, this is your calling. We listen. I did some consulting with businesses. I know that's my passion. I did it, and I charged a little money here and a little money there. My wife helping with, not my wife, we helping women across the country,
Come on.
and it's gonna get bigger and better. But we both have to be willing to listen to the Holy Ghost. Say, okay, go ahead, sweetheart.
I was gonna say this is the thing, and I shared this with my BAM community, man. Shout out to BAM community, man. Put the butterfly in the screen. You're part of the BAM community. Is that I shared them with this? Is that we were taught so much. I gotta find my purpose. What is my purpose? I need my purpose. I need, and don't realize that your purpose, you're living in it right now. Somebody type that. I'm living in it right now. I'm doing my purpose right now. Everything that I'm designed to do, I'm doing it now. And here's the thing: is that within your purpose is learning to learn what you need to learn so that you can go where you need to go. Because even though you feel like you're moving slow, baby, yet God is moving fast.
Yep, yep.
He's moving fast, but yet slow. And what we want to do is that we want it quick, we want it fast, we want the money, we want, come on, because we want to feed our family, and don't realize that there's a level to this thing that you got to learn everything you need to learn in order to really understand. Because right now, if we were to get $1 million contract, if we were to get a $2.5 million contract, we got to understand how to handle the $1.5 million contract. We can't go after things, or we want to get the $100,000. We want to be able to take our time to move slow, not fast, and take the stairs. And sometimes I was talking to a friend yesterday. Sometimes taking them stairs mean you got to go down the hallway, you got to go into the classroom, you got to go through one door, then go through another door, and then you got to come out of that door, go back down to the stair, then go back up the stair. It's a journey, and you got to
It
be
is.
willing to learn in the journey.
Like Rick
What's up,
Ross says.
butterfly?
Well, Rick Ross says, I want to win, but he says, but you got what he said. Well, I want to win, but I want to do slow. I want to do nothing fast. I
I
want to do
don't
it
want
slow.
to move fast. I want to
I
move
want to move
slow,
slow.
man.
I'm not like I'm a Rick Ross listener, but I can
I know
hear it.
Rick Ross.
But listen, while you was talking, this is what the Holy Spirit said to me, and you got to get this in y'all spirit. I want y'all to calm your spirit down so you can hear this. Listen, to do, watch this here, to do what you're called to do, you literally got to leave from where you are and go to where you've never been.
Oh, come on, husband.
And I'm not done yet. I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. If you're being called, God is calling me. That means where you are is not where you belong. But listen, but also where you going is you probably never been there before. God will never have to call you to a place you're comfortable going. So I'm gonna say it again. To do what you called to do, you got to leave from where you are and go to where you've never been before. To do what you qualified to do, that means you're continually moving in a circle that you're comfortable in. A lot of us would never answer a call because we always comfortable in what we qualified to do. And we doing business and what mama did, we doing business what grandmama did. And God is saying, for you to transcend your whole generation, I am calling you from where you are to where you've never been before. But you got to be willing to say, God, I will literally sacrifice who I am to become what you're calling me to be. You got to leave who you are. Moving fast will make you lose money sometimes, all the time,
All the time.
all the time. So listen, so I want you to know your trade would choose you. So the first time that our trade chose us, I got this phone call from Judy and it witnessed in my spirit. I said, man, babe, she said that this opportunity is coming. And the reason why I witness in my spirit, because God says this word to me. He says, get all your, don't do business for a whole year. God said, don't do any business, get your certifications. The day after we got our certifications, it took us a year to get all our certifications. The day after we got our certifications, we got a phone call from Ms. Eden saying, hey, this opportunity came. And it witnessed, like, this is why it all lined up. It was just perfect timing. And so that was one of the first times that, we knew that this is what we're supposed to do. And guess what it was? Disaster restoration. Now, listen, we started trying to chase the money. We started trying to do remodels and all that kind of stuff. And God said, nope. Did I call you to chase the paper? You need to come back and do what I called you to do. So one day I got a phone call. Everybody type this in. Your trade will choose you. Your trade will choose you. Your trade will choose you. We
Come
got a
on.
phone call last year in this company called out. We did all our paperwork, got to set it all up, and we trying to go ahead. Oh,
None,
please.
because I want to say this to that person that's out there. So, the arena that we work in, and you might not understand, but we have a couple of social media platforms. Hey, shameless plug, go follow us. Harden Enterprise, Lions Den, small business community, and other departments that we have that are not really on social media just yet. But Here's the thing is that we found out is that with these things called certifications, keep it in your back pocket. We're about to share some gems with you. Lions Den, I dare you to put that line right there, baby. We're about to share some gems with you is that there's some certifications that are out there that you are able to go after bigger, major bid opportunities. Again, we're not telling you something we heard. We're telling you something we know for
Yes.
sure that it could be opportunities for you. And it's different certifications that if you were to get as a business owner under your LLC, if you have one and you get these certifications, it will put you in an arena where companies will call you to come and work as a subcontractor under their million to $1 trillion contracts. Okay, a whole bunch of money. Rather, I'm trying to be nice, but not tell everything. But understand that there's opportunity that you can have. So when you hear certifications, research it, find out,
Yeah.
and if you have an LLC, get those certifications so that you can be in a place and position yourself, your company, to be able to go after those opportunities. And that may be too much, but I just want to share that.
Hey, drop the nuggets, drop the nuggets. And I say this here because some people say, well, you know what, that ain't me. You know, y'all go chase after those trades, y'all go chase after the opportunities. I'm called to do ministry. Watch this.
I
My
almost fell over.
trade,
I'm
my
sorry.
my trade that we're chasing to do. Look at that beautiful couple there. My
Hey now.
trade that God is pulling me to do is allowing me to get better exposure to respond better to my ministry.
Oh, excuse me.
The trade, how God is calling me to do something totally different, is putting me in places so I can do better ministry. If not, I'm ministering to the people moving the same circle. This is allowing us to move in different places to move those people from where they are to a different place.
Come on, husband.
If none of the disciples would have answered the call, they'll be stuck doing the same thing they've been doing. But you're literally being called out of this. And so watch this here. So we did listen. The reason I'm saying this is because God is telling my heart that there's so many people out there who are paralyzed by fear of the unknown. I'm being called to do something totally different. I've been this thing. I keep hearing transportation in my spirit over and over and over again. I'm supposed to get in transportation, but it's gonna cost me too much. I'm gonna tell you, whatever you move in, God will finance.
That
But
type
for you to
that.
find out,
Wait, husband, because that's a lie. Here's the thing for that person that you're thinking about it, and we come to tell you we had nothing. Can I say nothing? We had
nothing.
nothing when I let me stop saying that because the devil is a lie. He was working for GE. So we had some money, but not money to just splurge. You know, if
Start
you've
doing
been
all
there,
kinds
put
of
the number
stuff.
one. You know, I got money, but it ain't no money just to throw into no whole business. We
Mm-mm.
didn't have money like that to
We had
throw
a
into
hundred.
the whole
We
business.
we we had $100. We opened our business with $100, and on our operating agreement, write that down. We're gonna say little words on here. You need to start writing them down. On our operating agreement, we put that we started the business. I did $51. She did $49. Why? Because I'm a 51% owner. She's a 49% owner. Why is she 51%? Getting the line, then we explain to you. It's not because I'm more masculine. No, it's because I have the leverage that makes it better for me to be 51%. And so stop trying to we 50-50. I'm 100. No. Learn the leverage. Stop, Clyde. Get back to the lesson. All right, here I'm back. All right. So, but we had $100 and we started business with $100 and we didn't know what we're gonna do next. And listen, I'll never forget. Listen, watch this. Watch this. When I answered that call and that lady said, are you can do construction? I said, yes. Broke. I don't care what Pastor say. We left check to check. We got the check. It was gone. The lady says, okay, we got a contract for you. We need you to work on these 3 houses. And when you're done, we're gonna pay you. I said, huh? Well, I'm gonna get
Wait
the
a
money.
minute.
Work on
Well,
that.
let that simmer. I say they gonna do what now? They gonna pay us what? What they paying us?
She said, when you finish, show us the pictures, send us the pictures, and we're gonna pay you. I'm like, baby, I was so excited. Like, yes, I'm gonna find a contractor. We're gonna go to work. I'm like, where the money at? And she's like, oh, we'll send you a check when you're done. Somebody say I had to get rid of my pride. Cause pride would have said, okay, I'm gonna go out there and do it and figure it out. No. I said, ma'am, I'm a startup business and we ain't got it like that. I say, do you have another option? She said, well, this is how we used to do it. Say, well, maybe we can just send you half to cover the material and some of your labor. When you finish, we get the other half. I said, Lord have mercy. And she sent me a check. We took the half. We went to work. Why? Because God will finance what He called you to do. Whatever you and listen, when he give you the money and then he'll start charging you for your next move, you can't waste it. You better manage it because when God starts financing it, you mess around. Whatever you move in, God will finance. When you start wasting it, you're gonna look up and you say, "Doggone it, we didn't spend nothing for a whole year."
For a whole year because you learn this. Now type this. When you invest in your dreams start to come a reality right in front of you. But you got to invest in your dream. You can't. Most people get that money and they use it for them.
Yeah, that's not.
And
This is not
go buy
time to
your
buy you
pair of
bigger
shoes and
shoes and
go buy your
flossing.
man. That's all you trying to pay off a bill. No, that is not for you to do that. You invest that money into your dream so that dream can make more money.
Now you
More
want to pay
money, more
yourself
money,
something.
more money.
You
You
want to
can't do
listen.
that.
Listen to me. You want to pay yourself something. Now, pay yourself don't mean you go to the bank and just take it out. No, you literally do what you call another key word, owner withdrawal. But when you do an owner withdrawal, you make sure it's a percentage that's less than what your operating cost is going to be. You can't withdraw $100, but your operation costs $100. You need to. We teach this stuff in lines. Then you
Hey,
sit
wait,
back and
I'm finna say this because I feel this in my channel now. Cause here's the thing, and I want to let you know, like y'all, we ain't telling y'all something. We telling you what you know, what we know. You start off and you realize that for whatever time people be like, well, I'm gonna start a business, and I know when I start a business that I'm gonna be broke. Who told you that?
yeah, that's a lie.
That's a lie. No, that is not how that works. But if you manage your money properly and you get in the right rooms that teaches you, come on here, Lines Den, teaches you how to manage that money properly. Now you find yourself investing in your business. Now you find yourself, you don't need all this major stuff. You find yourself don't realize that the investment that you're making in your business is also gaining you leverage for capital.
Yes, yes,
Come
yes,
here.
yes.
That for capital. Now you also put money in your owner's pay. The more you put money in your owner's pay, y'all hear us saying that, keep it in your back pocket. Owner's pay. Now, guess what? I am proud to say 5 years in this business, we are now putting owner's pay, pulling out of owner's pay. And guess who else get paid a percentage of that owner's pay? Our children.
Today, it's so funny. Today, at the beginning of every quarter, we do what you call an owner's withdrawal. And an owner withdrawal, same in your company, you call dividends, you call, different things. Well, we do an owner withdrawal. And today, we literally giving our children, me and my wife, we take a percentage, the highest percentage, and we give our kids a dividend, and they get a chance to get a little money in their hand. They don't even know it yet. They literally don't know it yet. They finna get some money in they accounts because
Can
we did our
somebody
owner
type?
withdrawal today.
Can somebody type? That's legacy building, baby.
Yeah. And
Hold
that's
on, hold
how
on,
that's
hold
outside.
on.
That's outside our payroll. We get a payroll from the company, but then every quarter we do an owner's withdrawal. Well, like I said, but most companies they give y'all your dividends for the year, and you get the little money at the beginning of the year. Well, we're doing that today, and we give our kids some. So listen, we it's a lot of things that we're trying to teach y'all. I'm not trying to go into a business class.
I know it's
I'm
so
trying to let y'all
hard.
know that your trade would choose you. Now listen, I'm gonna let you know if you chose your trade. I'm about to shout. Let me let you know if you chose your trade and let your trade chose you. If you chose your trade, you mad at your family for not financing your dreams. If you chose
Wait,
your
what you
trade,
say? Wait, what
that's
you say?
legacy building, baby. If you chose your trade, that means I can tell you the first indicator of you choosing your trade, you mad at your family for not financing your dream.
If you chose your trade, wait a minute. I'm so lost. Do somebody else get it? Wait,
I'm gonna say
say
it
it
again.
one
I'm gonna say
more
it
time.
again. The first indicator that you chose your trade and your trade didn't choose you is because the thing you chose to do, you trying to get everybody who you love to buy it. And you mad because they not supporting my business. They not this. They not baby. If God called you to it, your family ain't got to pay for it. Matter of fact, your family should be running after you to get it. You shouldn't have to run after them to get it. If you got to show up at the church and people are like, oh my God, here she come again. No, you know for a fact if you chose your trade because God already assigned a customer to you.
Yeah, bye bye. Jeez, on the main line.
Because you don't have to do what you call when you choose your trade, God will make it to where you doing what you call B2B instead of B2C business. We giving y'all all the business
Oh my
lingo.
God.
So but when you choose something where I listen, I find out that this is making money. So I listen, and now you getting it, and you like who gonna buy it? And you going to your cousin, your mama, your auntie, your uncle, and they all bought the first one because we believe in your dreams. And now you like that gummer, you wearing a brother hat. Every time I look up, you trying to get me to buy your stuff again. I don't want to buy it. I didn't use the first one. The first one was just an investment. I just want to let you know I believe in you.
Hey, Candace, you
And listen,
stupid.
But so I didn't even like that kind of cookie. But you know what?
I
You
ain't
made
even
it.
like that lotion. Like, no, I don't like that soap. I don't
We
want to
went on
buy
that.
it.
We didn't want to go on a trip. Matter of fact, I didn't even take the trip. I bought the trip and just to support your business. But doggone it, I didn't even go to that place. I didn't have time. But
You
listen,
so wrong.
whenever whenever your trade chooses you, God will literally attach a customer. God will literally attach a customer. Everybody who I know, I think I bring the thought, Miss Garrett, Miss Chantel Garrett. God literally told this young lady to start a cleaning company. And look now, she started a cleaning company and she went and she started reaching out and she literally got customers after customers after customers. And all of them, God will give you a customer who need what you do. And they'll be a repeat customer on a regular basis because you literally, God would never call you and what he called you to do is not meet the need.
Come on, husband.
So listen, we never would have chose disaster. Never would have chose disaster. Disaster chose us. So then about a year and a half ago, after we answered to Miss we got to get off this thing. I got to get to work. After Miss Judy Eden told us to do disaster, we tried to get away from disaster. We started trying to get into remodeling, building tiny houses and stuff like this. Because why? We trying to chase the money. The money's in what? Tiny houses. Now listen, not saying we're not supposed to build tiny houses, but me just building random tiny houses is not meeting a need. It's just satisfying somebody want.
Oh
I
my God,
guarantee,
today. Oh my God.
I guarantee the day that we build tiny houses, we're gonna build a tiny house community that's gonna satisfy a whole entire a culture who need an
For affordable
opportunity
housing.
for the housing that
Yes,
somebody else
sir.
gonna pay for. Everything we do for somebody, somebody else is paying for. Everything we do, somebody else is paying for. I get chills over here.
Wait a minute, pause, because you got to say what they mean and what they mean, what they say. They don't, they may not understand. See, I believe in letting you get a clear understanding. So what he meant was that there are organizations out there that has funding that will be able to pay. So though when we were able to do multiple over 300 homes, I'm going to say it because it is a blessing.
Over
And
300 houses.
over 300 homes, and
Not
the
one
customer did not
customer.
have to pay a dime. That's meeting a need, baby. But the organization paid the money to us to make sure that we took care of the
Let me tell
community.
you,
Woo.
I'm telling you, our three customers are in the disaster.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you who our customers are in the disaster world. Our customers, number one, are anyone who has a home they can't afford to get fixed. They got an organization that'll pay for that. Number two is someone who's been through issue, but FEMA got some money. FEMA paying for that. Number three, somebody who's been through a disaster and the insurance paying for it. Insurance paying for that. None of it comes out of a customer's pocket. Matter of fact, usually if the customer's paying for us, it's not a good experience because now their customer, their money is attached to their heart and there's a problem releasing it. It's a problem releasing
You stupid.
it. But when it didn't come out your pocket, you have no emotional attachment to your money. That's the kind of people
You're
God will give you.
so appreciative.
You're so appreciative because man, listen, I didn't have the money here. I mean, it's just here, and so this thing I want you to understand. So we wanted to get away from disaster. We wanted to get into chasing the paper, and we built a tiny home. It was the biggest headache, man, because I was out of purpose and out of place. So we really came out of that and we said, you know what?
But we needed the experience
We need
for
the
where we're
experience.
about to go. We
We need
need
the
the
experience.
experience for what we're about to do in our next. So again, don't despise when you go through trials and tribulations when you are building something that God has created you to do, because he gives you the opportunity for a classroom and a lesson. Type that. Every opportunity has to happen because you need that classroom and you need that lesson for what you're about to do next. So do not take it. I don't change nothing.
No,
I
no,
thank
no, we
the
did it.
Lord.
We need everything. And listen, I know now when it's our time, when it's not. So listen, as we begin to choose, and we begin to do things, and we did learn. My wife is 100% right. We needed that tiny home. We needed every experience. And so, but now we're in the disaster world. Now, listen, do we still do customers? We do restoration. We restore homes. If a home is not in condition that's livable, we help make that house livable, and we take it better. And that's who we are. That's who we are. We love making sure people is in a better living condition. That's who we are here. So we try to get away from it. But one day I got a phone call. I want you to type in there. If it's helping you, somebody put four. Put four if this is
You
helping.
need another
Put
number.
four. I need to know. If this is helping you, I need to know if this is helping you. I don't want to waste your time in the middle of the day. I'm here up. Every opportunity has to happen because you need that lesson. You sure right. I needed that lesson. So listen, we try to get away from disaster, and that's what God called us. God literally called us in disaster. We went and made some mistakes. We learned some lessons, and we are in real estate. That's the other thing. Keep going, Clyde. Listen, here we go.
We
No, I got
coming
to keep
back
going.
though, right? We coming back one day.
Maybe, yeah, we come back again. So we get a phone call a year and a half ago, just like we got a Judy Eden call. A guy called and said, "Hey, um, is this Harden Enterprise?" He calling from Florida, and this age where all these scams are going on, and people, you can't answer your phone. Listen, in this world, you better answer that doggone phone. This dude called me from Florida, and he says, "Is this Clyde Harden Enterprise?" I said, "Yes, sir." My wife got the call, and she said he's trying to call. No, the first call I got. This Clyde Harden Enterprise. I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Hey, we in Houston. We trying to get a contract right now in the city of Houston, Harris County, and they say we got to have a MBE company, minority business enterprise. That's us. Do I say that's us?
Which is a certification.
Certification minority business. The people say they got
Type
business
that
money
in
out
the
there."
screen. MBE. Go research it. Minority Business Enterprise.
He said, "We looked under and you the first name we saw. This little old company out of Cold Spring, Texas." He said, "Listen, we are desperate. Can we put you on this contract so we can put this bid out there because this is the last day we got to get somebody right now?" He didn't even ask me could I do it, could I do the job, but he saw my name on there, so he assumed it. So I said, "Yeah, go ahead." Boom. Didn't realize
No,
what I said.
I need y'all to ask us the question. Could we do the job? Type that. Could y'all do the job? Just type it real quick. Because I wanted to pause so they type in Bishop. I want you to just type it. Could you do the job? Go on and answer, husband.
No,
No.
Bishop would say, "Son, say yes now, figure it out later." That's what we do. We say yes now, we figure it out later. And why? Because there's always somebody who can do it. Somebody can do it. You just got to figure out who they are. And so everybody's trying to figure out what MBE is, minority business enterprise. And
Yes.
so Harris County got our back. Harris County said, if you come into our county, if you put their name, I got another phone call from when this guy called my wife after 6 months later. This guy called my wife, and my wife answered the phone. I'm in Colorado. He said, "Baby, this guy from Harris County want to talk to you." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Did Ash Brick call you and say that they want to use you on their contract?" I said, "Yes, sir. We down to the last two companies, and they up for the running for this contract. But I want you to know if they get it, they better use you. If they come to this town, they better use you. Why? Because my trade chose me. And guess what it was in? Didn't even know it. Disaster restoration, disaster debris cleanup. Hear that word again? That I keep hearing. Miss Judy Eden brought it to us the first time. Now here go Ashbrick coming to the second time. And so now they said if they couldn't get they come to Harris County, they got to use you. We get a phone call about 3 months later after the hurricane hit Houston. And this guy called me on a Saturday night and said, "Hello, Mr. Harden." I said, "Yes, sir. Better answer your phone." Stop ignoring them phone calls. My daughter ignored a phone call and she just had a wreck and she missed all the calls she needed. Answering phone calls. I said, "Yes, sir. This is Clyde Harden." He says, "We're about to come in Houston and help with this debris cleanup, but we need to make sure that you're still on board because we can't come in the county unless you're here with us." Get that
AKA,
doggone folks. Give us power. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
AKA, they can't do the job without your
Can't
business.
do it. Can't do it. And what I'm telling you to do is your trade will choose you. I just been obedient and did what God told us to do. He came in and says, "We having a meeting with the judge on Sunday morning. We need to know that you're on board first."
Now,
Uh,
wait, for those that know, what do Bishop do on Sunday morning?
I'm in the pulpit.
Preaching.
But that morning, my service started at 10. At 9:30, I was on a conference call. I said, "We starting church 5 minutes late." But listen, but if I would have said, "No, I don't do that, man. I'm doing business consulting. No, I'm not doing that. We doing ministry. No, I'm not doing that. My wife trying to write books. I ain't got time for that." I would have ignored what chose me. I would have been so focused on trying to chase the money, though I would have missed the purpose. And I told my wife the other day we was riding down the road, hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, "Baby, we would love to become, wealthy doing so many different things. But why would we ignore the thing God chose us to do?" Apparently, this disaster thing keep coming up over and over again because we must be purposed to respond to the need. This is who we are. This is where we at now. Now we're sitting on watching TV now and looking over in California and we see these disasters, these fires over there. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, baby, we need to get a team over there in California. Because why? It chose us. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be responsible and we're gonna make sure we answer the call. This is happening. Anybody put the number phone? I don't think we helped anybody, did we?
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of fours. They came through earlier.
Okay, I didn't see none of the fours.
Oh,
So
I'm so
that's what
sorry.
I'm done, baby. That's all I got. I just want to let them know they go to fours. They go to fours. I'm glad it's helping you. They go to fours. Listen, remember, if you don't remember nothing else I said, if you chase the paper, your purpose will change. But know what, somebody though? But when you answer the call and you're in purpose, you can go through hell and high waters, don't care. Because I know I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
But when you chasing paper, as soon as hell and high water comes, you trying to find something else to do.
And here's the thing, I want to say this because again, it goes back, and I shared this. I think it was on a Sunday. Is and I'll come back to that. But I would say this is that even though we're saying this about us, we're in circles where this is not just us that move like this. It's other
No,
people in other arenas. You got catering, you got not necessarily trucking, but the industry of logistics that move in this arena. You have real estate that moves in this arena. You have affordable housing that move, group homes that move. It's so many entities out here the same way that we're talking about. So don't think you just got to be in
disaster
disaster
restoration.
restoration. There's also other departments that we have under our business, printing and marketing, that we move in, where we partner with schools, not necessarily customers, but with schools that will ask for 75 banners. You understand what I'm saying? Versus one customer asking for two banners. We move in different arenas. So what am I telling you? That anything is possible. It's just finding out your niche. And once you find that niche, you are able to move into your lane and stay there. Here's the thing, is that when you don't stick with it, even when it don't make sense, you got to be willing to stick with it. So many of us get an idea, it don't work, let me move to the next thing. Idea, it don't work, let me move to the next thing. Here's the thing, is that when you learn to stick with it and you find out the reason why I couldn't stick with what is it called, the when traveling, the reason why I couldn't stick with traveling, because I was raising money for somebody else's company. But when I started with my own company, it's different when you move in that lane and move in that way, because you get focused on what you're called to do. So learn to stick. When you stick with it, it'll work.
And I'm
When
gonna
you
add this
don't,
to it.
it don't.
I'm glad you said the thing about sticking with it because I just gave the illusion that everything we just talked about happened overnight.
Oh,
I
so
gave that illusion. And I'm sorry. I apologize. That's a lie.
it does not.
Judy Eden called us in 2021, March of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Ashbrit didn't call us until I'm gonna go ahead and assume maybe like May of 2023. And now here we are in 2025.
2024.
2024? Yeah,
Uh-huh,
2024.
last year.
No,
Oh
no,
no, 2023. You're right. You're right. Right.
they called us 2023. Can you hear me?
Yes.
They called us 2023, and then 2024 happened. So listen, we was making $1,500 a house for almost 3 months, and we had to figure out how we was gonna squeeze out a $1,500 house. I even called somebody, and they told me, "Oh, that ain't enough money." Well, maybe you wouldn't call it this. I had to go through some small checks, and then go through some little bigger checks, and some little bigger checks. I had to go over a year of making a little bit of nothing. So will you all of a sudden magically turn into a huge success? No, you just got to know. I listen. This is my famous saying. God, I ain't asked for this. You put me here, so you got to take care of bills. You got to take care of business. We went through some tough times, some crying, you know. But I believe Grandmama said, if it wasn't for the rough side of the mountain, how you gonna climb it?
Right.
So I
Yep.
just take that illusion away that this happened overnight. I'm sorry,
No, it didn't. But it happened. It's happening.
it's happening.
And it took a couple of years to make it happen. So again, it's one of those, don't take, whatever you're called to do or whatever you're wanting to do, find a need and find a niche and stick with it. When you stick with that niche, that niche, whatever they call it, and what that means is you find that thing that finds you and chooses you, and then you start wondering why this keep coming up. I kept wondering why things kept coming up, and why people would call me their mentor, and why people wanted me to mentor them, and why people wanted me to share principles that I just do every single day, or things that I've done. And I found out, wait a minute, y'all keep calling me to this. Let me
Yep,
figure out how to make this work. And
yep.
now, because of that, been able to help women all over. And so I continue to do it. I'm gonna do what works for me, and that will turn into something even more major that I know God is gonna do in a couple of years through what God has given me in my now. High five. It's gonna
And
happen. What?
I'm gonna say something quick because this is it's going a little deeper. We got to get this call. I'm gonna say too much. In two ways, I'm gonna say this. And your purpose will finance your ministry. Two
True.
ways. Number one, your purpose will let you make money to let you do ministry without worry. And number two, your purpose may be able to come into your ministry and do something in your 501c3 that you'll draw money to pay your. Y'all don't want to get started. Y'all, let's get out of here, baby. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Boy, because you're going to make me tell it. I'm telling you, will
So,
be
so you can't, whatever it is, like I say, if you say, for instance, you got a 501c3 and you say, no, this is my
the
ministry,
nonprofit for that person
nonprofit.
that's,
I
yeah.
want to start a nonprofit. And now there's some money that you may get, and you're trying to figure out who can you hire. You can hire your for-profit legally, not throwing anything on. You can hire your for-profit to come in if they can provide the legitimate services your nonprofit needs. And now there's money to come through that your nonprofit will keep, and you'll be able to pay your for-profit. That's business. People do it every day. So don't stop doing ministry, but let your purpose finance your ministry. I used to tell my wife a long time ago, I said, baby, God told me that we got to get Harden Enterprise off the ground so that it'll finance what you're doing in Tonya Harden Ministries. And she's been able to do Tonya Harden Ministries worry free because she's not trying to figure out how she's going to pay the bills with while she's been able to minister to women. And now women are able to pay her and she's not making money now, but it because we had our purpose. Baby, let's go. Listen, we got some coming up at the end of the month, at the end of February.
Listen, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna be doing some more stuff that's gonna be happening. Probably check us out. Pop-up lives is gonna happen because we are pushing something that's happening. A couple of things we're gonna be doing this year alone. Like, listen, if you're starting a business, hey, we got something for you. Don't worry. It is that you thinking about it. Don't worry. We got something coming up soon, but not just yet. But if you are in business and you're already doing business, listen, we are getting ready for our, and I'm gonna post it. I'll make sure we post it on our social media, Lions Den. If you think about business, man, go to our Lions Den page, go like it and share it and
Yeah,
all that great stuff, and be a part of our Lions Den small business community where we teach businesses how to grow, how to go to the next level. We teach them tools. Right now, we have a whole development plan for this year that we are showing them this year for them to be able to grow and not just work in their business, but teaching them how to work on their business. This entire year, we're teaching a whole plan, man. Join our line. If somebody got the link, go ahead and drop it. The Lions Den Small Business Community link where we are doing those things. But with that, we're also doing, last year we did a workshop that was off the chain. So much information that we shared that we're going to be doing as well again this year. And we're super duper excited. We've been working behind the scenes, making it happening. And it is now time to let everybody know, get ready, get ready, get ready. I don't know how to make this. I've done something wrong. My bad.
that's all
Listen.
right. I go ahead and say what happened. This is dealing with our small business workshop is going to be focused this year on utilizing humans as resources. Most small businesses stay stagnant because one person doing all the work and they believe like I don't know how to delegate anytime I bring people in, I don't know how to use them and they're just in my way, they cost me money or I don't have enough money to pay people. Well, we're going to teach you this year on how to take your small business to a larger business because you learn how to use assets called humans. Humans are there. They want to work for you. They're not as expensive as you think they are. You're just overthinking it. And if we'll teach you how to actually put them to work and how to utilize them. We're excited to say here at Harden Enterprise, we have 5 full-time employees and we have about 15 part-time employees. No, we have 7. No, I can't say it. We got about 8 full-time employees and we got about 15 part-time employees because we learned how to utilize humans as resources. And I'm telling you, it's part of the process. You got to learn it. But God touched the heart again and said, share this with entrepreneurs. They don't know this. They're doing it the hard way because they don't know another way. Come learn a better way.
Listen, we'll be dropping the link. Get ready for it. I think it's in here somewhere. I gotta find it, but we'll drop the link in here. We thank y'all so much for rocking out. But get ready for this month, all the way up until February, where we're gonna be doing some pop-up lives just to kind of share with you some tips and businesses, and of course to promote this workshop where we're maximizing and allowing and showing businesses how to go to the next level. But most of all, getting them to a point of becoming ready to build a dream team without a dream budget. You know what I'm saying? Showing you how we do that and how we sub out. But most of all, this is the favorite part I love is our VIP experience with
Yes,
real estate. If you
man.
want to
It's
know
so
how to
much.
do real estate, man, we real estate is where it's at. and we have some moguls, some, oh, I don't know what you want to call them. They've been doing it for years. Someone that does the what is it?
Our
Group
money lending.
homes, and someone that does, they're into real estate. They're doing all these things. So listen, I can't wait. A hard money loan? What is it?
We have a hard money lender.
Hard money lender that's going to be there, that's going to share tips with you if you want to get into the real estate arena. How many of you that's on here want to get into the real estate arena? I dare you to heart it up. Put the number 6. You want to get into that area, but I promise you, you don't want to miss this. Great things that we're going to be sharing. Come and be a part of that. But I'll share the link here in the room, and then you'll be able to have it. But other than that, husband, I thank you for
That's it.
rocking out
It's
as
gonna
we
be
talk.
more. Listen, and we won't be here so long every time. Sometimes we'll be here 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. I don't know, but we're gonna drop the information. I hope it helped out. I hope you was blessed. And remember, at Harden Enterprise, we respond to your needs, to the gift of our experiences, and the Lions Den, we help take your business to where you dream it to be. God bless you. We love you.
Happy hunting. Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Bye bye.